There's something fascinating about those restaurants situated in the middle of nowhere. It takes guts to open a restaurant in a place where you cannot rely on the local population alone. You need to create something so spectacular that people from all over the country and abroad will travel to visit you. Daniel Berlin restaurant in Skåne is such a place. Situated just 1.5 hours from Copenhagen, it has become a popular destination for foodies on their journey through Scandinavia. It is also known as the place where Noma staffers go on their days off. For the chef owner, Daniel Berlin, being in this particular place gives him a unique opportunity to work closely with the farmers and other providers of produce.
I think we can give people something very special, and I think you can actually feel when you go here where you are. You will eat quite local produce and local food, but cooked in our style.
The celeriac dish is a perfect example.
The celeriac dish I'm very happy with. It was a dish that came up in January when we opened the restaurant for the season, and we didn't have any produce. And like many chefs in January, they're looking forward to the summer. And during the summer in Sweden, you barbecue. And we started to put them on the grill, and the celeriac was something special. It's almost like a meaty texture. I wanted to use everything, so from the stems we make the oil, from the burnt shell we make a bread, and from the leftovers we do broth. We open it up in the dining room and serve it in front of everybody, and it's a dish that I think really speaks about the restaurant. You know, it says it all. It's a quite simple produce, but you cook it, and you cook it with respect and with love, and you use the whole thing. So it's very hard for me to take it away, and I think, to be honest, I will always have it on the menu.
There are only 5 tables in the dining room, reminiscent of someone's private living room. The decor stays true to the Scandinavian minimalism, with local ceramics and seasonal vegetables as decorations on the wooden tables. Until the 19th of February this year, Daniel Berlin restaurant held 1 Michelin star, but that day, at the Michelin Guide Nordic Countries event in Copenhagen, the number was doubled to 2. Only 3 other restaurants in Sweden have received this accolade.
Actually, to be honest, now when I can get my Michelin stars, of course I want Michelin stars. It's good for staff. It's good for you have people who, of course, travels. But for a restaurant in the city, I think it's almost more important, actually. We will have our customers coming to us anyway. But of course, you think about the Michelin stars. It's hard. If I said no, I would lie. You know, I think all chefs would, to be honest.
The menu is set and is consisting of approximately 15 servings. On this cold winter night, we start off with a steaming hot bowl of bouillon made of corn and pork, giving us a homely feeling and a Swedish umami boost. In total, 6 snacks are served, and they are all impeccable. I especially adore the perfectly soft-boiled quail egg covered with thin slices of home-cured local pork belly, and the chestnut bread with sweet spices and bird's liver parfait on top. The menu is one long sequence of pure pleasure, showing Daniel Berlin's amazing skills as a chef. Take for instance the cod. A round piece of fish, shining like mother of pearl, is served with apple, leeks, sorrel, spinach and smoked meat from the head. The cooking is perfect and every texture and flavor work together in harmony. Nordic cooking with depth. The same is the case with the grilled lobster. It is topped with a thin shell of dried lobster stock and comes with pumpkin, a cherry plum puree and walnut milk. The natural sweetness of this splendid shellfish is both enhanced and balanced to perfection, and this serving belongs to the very best lobster dishes I've ever had. And then it is time for celeriac. Throughout the years, this particular celeriac dish has become a signature, always present on the menu. First, the humble root vegetable is grilled hotly until it looks completely carbonized. The celeriac is then brought to the dining room, where Daniel Berlin will slice them open, scoop out the tender, meaty interior, and serve it with celeriac crust bread, celery stem oil, and a soup of celeriac and local cheese. This is a perfect example of Daniel Berlin's cooking. He doesn't need luxurious products to make world-class food. Instead, he sources the finest local produce when they're at their best and handles them with the utmost respect and care. The experience at Daniel Berlin restaurant is more than just the usual sit-down meal. During your lunch or dinner, you will experience the whole property, including the kitchen garden and the heated glasshouse in the backyard, all contributing to an exciting and unpredictable dining experience. There are no ups and downs during a dinner at Daniel Berlin restaurant. It is simply one steady pace of excellence. Not one single dish is close to being a disappointment. When I visited Daniel Berlin restaurant in November, the restaurant still only held one Michelin star, and my immediate thought was clear. This is easily food at a solid 2-star level. But regardless of the number of stars, you should start planning your trip to Skåne Tronos. My meal there is one of the most terroir-driven I've ever had. Daniel Berlin manages to show you the finest of the region, cooked to perfection using original combinations. Uniqueness is what I'm talking about, and no matter where you're located, Daniel Berlin's cooking is worth the trip. I cannot wait to go back.